Hello, darling, and welcome to ThrillerVideo. I'm your hostess, the Toast of Tinseltown, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. They call me the Toast of Tinseltown because I'm always working for crumbs. Anyway, thanks for having me in your home. You know, when they first asked me to do this gig, I gotta tell you, I was just a little bit reluctant. I mean, it's not that I had any objections to hosting a movie. It's just that the idea of taking off all my clothes in front of a group of total strangers made me just a little bit nervous. Oh, what the heck. They do it all the time in the National Geographic. But now, if this offends any of you, just cover your eyes. Well, here goes everything. Hit it! Everybody at home, just feel free to join in. Wait, hold it. What? What? Oh, you mean this isn't the one where I take off all my clothes and bounce on the trampoline? Oh, well, sorry. But, you know, in a way, I'm kind of glad. I mean, last time I did that trampoline act, I nearly knocked myself unconscious. But I wonder how many of you at home took off all your clothes. Raise your hands. Very funny, I said raise your hands. Boy, I swear, some of you guys, I would really like to know. Anyway, moving right along, let me tell you about the movie. It's kind of young, kind of wild, kind of Charlie. And they call it Charlie Boy, that is.
Charlie Boy?
That's right, Charlie Boy. Boy, that was this crazy old dude named Hines. You'll be meeting him in just a minute. Hines used to be in the ketchup business, but now he's kind of an antique collector. Probably because he's sort of a relic himself. Anyway, Charlie Boy is about this couple who has a strange fetish. No, I don't mean like German shepherds and rubber socks. A different kind of fetish altogether. Well, rather than trying to explain it, just check it out for yourself. And I'll be back a little later on to check in on you. So here comes Charlie Boy, tonight's fare from ThrillerVideo.
You have decided to keep that one, eh?
Yes. I remember it from when I used to stay here as a boy.
Boring.
You'll grow to love it, Sarah.
Can I pick something I like?
Certainly can.
I tell you one thing, my dear friend. If you wish to realize the best price on all these pictures, you will have to have them cleaned.
All right. Anything you say, Hines. I presume you'll handle that for me.
But of course, I have a dear friend who is a picture restorer.
Yes, I thought you might have it.
Yes. Crazy fellow. You know what he said to Picasso?
Hey, Graham, have you seen this lot?
Yes, Uncle Jack's African collection.
Is that what they are? They're fantastic.
You like them, eh?
Well, I don't think like is the word, no. Would you all like some tea?
Good idea. Thanks, Glenn.
Poor Gwen. She's not the same person since your uncle died.
Yes. Unfulfilled expectations, I'm afraid.
You think so, huh? She was expecting a big legacy.
She was always treated as one of the family. When it came to the will, Mark got the lion's share, as you know. The house, most of the money. I got the art department.
There's nothing left for Gwen, eh?
The car and 500 quid. It's not the money, I'm sure. Just the fact that she was pretty well overlooked.
But perhaps Mark will keep her on.
I don't think she's Mark's speed, exactly.
Hey, Graham, you know that feeling when your eyes meet across a crowded room and you go, that's the one?
That one.
No question. Say hello to Charlie Boy.
Hello, Charlie Boy.
Charlie Boy?
Yes, that's what I'm going to call him.
Interesting choice. You know what it is?
No?
It's a fetish from Central Africa.
A fetish?
Ah, yes, you know, it was the same thing in Europe. When the witches stick pins into dolls.
Yes. Well, I know you've got something, haven't you, Charlie boy?
I think you are a witch. You like living dangerously.
It's the beginning of a new era for us, Sarah, my love. I'll soon be working for myself. Oh, at last.
Those things won't fetch that much, you know.
With Mark and Phil, you know, we've been talking about setting up our own production company for a couple of years now.
Well, Phil's got no money, and you haven't had any until now, have you? Mark will be rolling in it. Personally, I wouldn't trust Mark any further than that will throw this car.
It's just his style. Actually had enough for his share of the money a couple of years back.
Okay, I believe you.
I'm concentrating. Sorry, Charm. No, it just means that I only have to find my share, not all of the money. What's he messing about, that bloody lunatic? Come on, then, come by. Come on, then. Come on. Just not, because I cut him off.
Graham, watch it! We could have been killed. Come on, you stupid. He's going to have us in a ditch.
I pull over to the side and let him go on.
Good idea.
I'll give him 3 minutes. Should be enough.
Graham, that's him coming back.
Coming back?
It is. Graham. He's going to hit him. Jesus! Come on, Graham, do something.
Yeah, let's get out of it.
Look out, Graham, he's coming again.
Now let us go. I'm going to talk to him, that's what I'm going to do.
No, Graham.
I'll be all right.
But be careful. Graham?
Okay. Look, why are you doing this? I apologize. I didn't mean to carve you up. Will you please back up and let us get out? But we want to move our car away from here. I can't get out if you're going to keep coming down and closing in. I've said I'm sorry. What more do you want me to do? Thank you. I'm fine. Want one?
No, thanks. You're not still upset about that Burke, are you?
Look, he could have killed me.
He's only trying to frighten you.
He damn well succeeded. Don't think I'll use the car for a couple of days.
Why not?
Come on, you saw the fellow. Dirty great scar down his face. He was obviously some kind of villain.
Come on, Graham, you're so middle class. Some kind of villain.
I can't help being middle class. It's what I am.
All right, don't get stuffy. Look, that fellow's just trying to pull a fast one, only you didn't let him get away with it. So he got a bit choked and had a go at you, that's all. He's probably forgotten all about it by now.
I don't know. Didn't look like he had forgive and forget engraved on his heart to me.
Tell you what.
What?
Why don't you set Charlie boy on him?
Now you're being ridiculous.
That's right, just like you.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I will have that drink. Fetish was something to do with high heels or suspender belts or something.
Oh, yeah, well, you would, wouldn't you? Anyway, they don't wear him in the Congo.
Well, he's had a lot of customers by the look of it. Do you think it really works?
But not in Barnes, I shouldn't think. Not on characters like Scarface back there.
Scarface?
Yeah, baby. Scarface. Don't you forget it. Public enemy. #1. You just gotta realize nobody messes around with Big Graham. Nobody. This is where you get yours, sweetheart. You dirty little rat. Certainly sorted things out fast, haven't you, Mark?
Well, there's no point in hanging around, is there?
Right on.
Now, watch him. He's very nervous. Come on, get up. Break your leg as soon as look at you, wouldn't you?
I'm surprised you keep it.
Well, there's no point in riding a docile Dobbin. With this fellow, life's never dull, is it? Eh? Up there.
He's a handsome animal anyway.
Oh, he's a beauty, aren't you? You know, I'm going to rebuild all this lot. Tear this rubbish down. Nearly get into breeding in a big way. My God, there's a lot of money to be made out of breeding these days.
Yeah, it's a big capital investment, though.
That's no problem now.
Good. That's why we've come, actually.
What about a cup of tea? Why don't we go back to the house? Our ladyship should be just about ready to dish out by now. Come in. Come in. You know, I've been thinking. They've asked me if I'd like Helen meet here next season.
Yes? Well, why don't you?
Yes, I think I will. I think I will.
How are you getting on with Gwen?
Lady Macbeth.
Is that what you call her?
Well, I hardly expect to find her sleepwalking up there all night.
Oh, come on. Gwen's all right.
Would you care to share this house with her?
21 rooms between two people is hardly what I call sharing.
No, perhaps not, but it does tend to cramp one's activities.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Anyway, I've given her marching orders. Told her to leave as soon as possible. Thank you, Miss Williams.
Shall I pour?
No, thank you. We'll manage.
Thanks, Gwen.
Uncle Jack spoiled her, that's the trouble. Gave her ideas about her station. Right. I'll be mother.
Mark, I found exactly the right place for our new offices and studio. Fobert's old place. Very handy, right, Phil?
Right, yeah, very handy.
Ah, yes, the studio. I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Can you imagine how great it was to get out of that agency?
Out? You mean you've chucked your job in?
Too true, I have. I want to get going on our thing now, no hanging around.
Oh, I wish you hadn't done that, Graham.
We've both got the money now. There's nothing to stop us.
It's different for me. I'm older than you, Graham. I've got to put this windfall into something solid.
Yes, well, make it solid.
No, it's too late now. I've committed myself to this place in the stud. Milk. And I've got to be blunt with you, Graham. A commercial company, well, it's just a matter of fashion. I mean, 1 month you're in and the next you're out.
You never said any of this before.
No, perhaps not. Sugar? But I didn't make any firm commitment either.
Well, I hope you told him to get stuffed.
There wouldn't have been any point. Anyway, I was too upset.
And Phil.
Oh, Phil, you can't blame Phil. He never had any real financial stake in the project.
Yeah? Well, he was going to be a lead director, wasn't he?
Sure, but Phil's always in work anyway.
Well, can't you start a company of your own? Just you and Phil?
No. Even with selling every single thing Uncle Jack left me, I wouldn't have nearly enough. If only you'd told me before he'd changed his mind. I'd never have left the agency. Drop out of this business for any time people forget you. Oh, I don't know where I'll find another partner.
Look, why don't we go to bed? And you try and forget it for a while.
I couldn't sleep.
He's talking about sleep.
I'm sorry, darling. I'm just too wound up. You go and get your beauty sleep. There's no point in ruining your career as well.
Okay. But don't stay up too long. Don't drink too much.
Be in the picture, Graham. We must have all the partners in.
It's all right. I'll set the delayed action.
No, wait a minute. What about Uncle Jack? We really should have Uncle Jack. Where is he?
He's gone inside.
Well, tell him, Gwen. We want to take his picture.
Jack! Jack, dear! Oh, look, he's probably gone to lie down. It's best not to disturb him.
Right, here we go. Smile, please. Great. Now listen, just one more.
No, come on, Graham, no! 37 on that. No more.
Come on this historic occasion, I would like to propose a toast.
A toast?
A toast?
Oh, can I have caviar on mine?
What's the toast, love?
To Mark,
Hey!
to Graham,
Graham.
and to Phil. Yeah! To MGP Productions.
And all who sail in her.
MGS. MGP.
MGP. I'll give you one of them drinks, that.
Oh, God. Well, you'd better hurry up and raise your share of the money, Graham. I can't wait forever, you know. Well, you'd better hurry up and raise your share of the money, Graham. I can't wait forever. Raise your share of the money. Share of the money, Graham. Forever. Can't wait forever, you know. Forever, you know. Still here, Miss Williams. I thought we had said goodbye.
Gwen!
want a drink? Gwen?
Oh,
You all right?
it's all so awful.
It's not your fault, though, is it?
We parted so badly. I feel so ashamed of myself.
Why?
Oh, what you've got to be ashamed of, love. Why don't you have yourself a drink, make you feel better?
When I first heard about the accident, at first, my first reaction was to be pleased. I was glad he was dead.
Well, I shouldn't let that bother you. I wasn't exactly heartbroken myself.
Yeah, you see, what have you got to be ashamed of?
I know. Still, it's a horrid thing to think about anyone, isn't it? Maybe I will have that drink.
That's more like it.
So awful. This used to be such a happy house. And now, it's not even going to stay in the family anymore.
You're sure you don't mind staying on to close it down?
Oh, somebody had to. I'd rather it wasn't left to complete strangers. Time enough for that when it's sold. Oh, thank you. No. No, I don't mind. Spending a few days with my memories.
You're getting as bad as Gwen feeling guilty about being mad at Mark.
It isn't that. It's this damn thing. When I was annoyed with Mark the other night, I stuck the knife in.
Oh, no, you can't believe that's what did it.
I don't actually believe it, no. But I can't help thinking about it. I was full of resentment, maybe even hatred when I stuck this knife in. Now the poor beggar's dead. Can't get the damn thing out. Lost.
Well, that doesn't mean that Charlie boy was responsible.
No.
I mean, Gwen could have fixed it.
Gwen?
Yeah, she had the motive. She was more or less left out of your uncle's will, and she didn't like that. You said so yourself. And you said she was a bit funny when you and Phil went up to see Mark.
Gwen wouldn't kill anybody.
You never know. And she was talking to that farmer bloke only a couple of minutes before.
Sarah, that is ridiculous.
More ridiculous than blaming Charlie boy. Graham is just a lump of wood. Sorry, pet, but that's just what you are.
Is that what he is? I don't think so anymore.
I'll tell you why the shot is from up there. William Tell and his little boy are Swiss, right?
Right.
And over there in Switzerland, they have mountains, right?
Right.
And over here in Norfolk, we don't, because it is very flat, right?
Right.
So, we go up high, miss the sky and the non-existent mountains, right?
Righto, Guff.
Go.
My dad's making.
Hello? Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello, could I speak to Phil Peters, please?
I've heard everything. I've never heard that.
Yes, just a minute, I'll get him for you. Phil, telephone call for you.
Okay,
It's Graham.
all right.
What are you calling?
Phil,
Oh, give him my love.
will do. What time will you be home?
No idea. Not late.
Okay. Have fun.
You too. No brooding over him.
Things look better in the daylight, don't they?
Put a bit more in his eyes, right? George, make sure the phones all work and they're ready to go.
Right, well said.
Oh, hello, darling. Oh, what lovely rosy pippins you got there. Hey?
Know ye country. I know nothing, sir.
Bye, love.
Was that for me?
Phil? No, not to you. How are you?
Fine.
What are you shooting?
Apples.
Adam and Eve?
Would you believe William Tell?
Not the cross, sir, and the apple on the box.
You got it.
That's very original.
Listen, it pays the rent. Who can afford to be that choosy?
Somebody with his own production company?
Am I hearing you right, Smokey Bear?
Better believe it, boy.
You found some bread after all.
It sticks to me divided. My share should be enough to bankroll the company.
Well, keep on talking. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
I thought we ought to get together.
Right on. Mandy, we found some bread. Graham's come up trumps.
Oh, great.
Right, first positions, please. Right now, as we rehearsed it, one little boy with one Swiss delicious apple on his phone. Daddy Tom takes up his bow and aims, and then went for the close-ups as the apple splits in two. And you nibble with delight, all right? There's nothing to worry about, son, because we're using a dummy head. Okay? So there's nothing to worry about at all.
Yeah, kid, he's fine, but he just ruined a perfectly good shirt. Oh, hi. Hope you don't mind my busting in on you like this.
No, I don't mind.
Good, because that's part of my job. Making sure that everyone is keeping abreast of the situation. And if anyone can keep you abreast, it's me. So, old Uncle Jack dies and leaves them all this cool stuff. And what does she pick? Does she pick one of those beautiful old oil paintings of velvet of the children with the big eyes? No. Does she pick the 6-piece cookware set with non-stick, easy-to-clean Teflon coating? No. Does she pick the precision component stereo system with a 100-watt stereo amplifier, AM/FM tuner, 14-band graphic equalizer, cassette player with Dolby noise reduction, turntable, and compact disc player? No. She picks a big old chunk of carved-up wood. Why? Well, probably because if she didn't, there wouldn't be any movie. And speaking of which, let's get back to old CB. Wait till you see what happens next. He'll just die. And unfortunately, so will practically everybody else in the movie.
2 people I wanted to go into business with. They've both been killed within a matter of days. Has to be a jinx. You can't say Gwen was responsible for Phil's death. Uncle Jack never left him anything.
I never thought she killed him. I just wanted you to realize how ridiculous you've been.
I just know that that object has something to do with those deaths.
I've never heard you talking like this. I'm going to get undressed and ready for bed, because I'm bushed.
Listen, I called Hines about Charlie Boy.
What did he say?
He's going to pick him up Friday morning.
Well, I hope you didn't tell him about all this. You'll think we're really crackers.
No, I didn't say why I wanted rid of him. I just said I'd changed my mind.
Oh, Graham, this is really stupid. You used to laugh at me for not walking under ladders.
This isn't the same as walking under a ladder, Sarah. 2 people have died. Listen, love. I'll let Hines get rid of him and get a good price. He says he already knows a likely customer. Then I'll buy you something much nicer with the proceeds. Okay? Look, it can't just be all coincidence, can it?
Yes, it can. Horse riding is a hobby. Like shooting, people do get killed doing it.
And Phil? What about Phil?
Stop it, Graham. It was an accident. Accidents happen. People who ride horses do get killed, and villains do get bumped off.
Villains? What villains? What villains?
I didn't mean to tell you that.
Tell me what? What villains? The body of Brian Edward Murray was found in the office of his club early this morning with knife wounds. Murray was recently found not guilty on charges of conspiracy to murder. My God! It's Scarface, the man in that car!
It doesn't alter what I was saying. Villains do get killed.
But don't you remember? You said, why don't you set Charlie Boy onto him, and I stuck the knife in.
It's all in the mind, love. Them people who killed him probably planned it months before we even got Charlie Boy.
But this happened over a week ago. Why didn't you tell me before, Sarah?
Because I forgot. I didn't think it was important. And then when we got all worked up about Mark's accident, I just kept it to myself. Because I still think you're wrong.
Mark wouldn't have had an accident if I'd seen this picture.
Now, how can you say that?
Because I wouldn't have...
What?
Come here. I was looking at this picture on the night I stuck this knife in.
So?
The order in which they died, one after the other. And when I thought of Scarface and stuck the knife in, he died. And then Mark and then Phil have both been killed in the order in which they're standing in this picture.
Graham.
Do you still think I'm wrong?
Well, that means if anything happens to Gwen, I'm next. And it's you. Gwen's still at the house, isn't she?
Yes, we should warn her.
And give her a ring.
Ring it.
Perhaps she isn't there. It's a big house.
She's probably asleep. I'll try again in the morning.
Can't you get through?
She answered, but she won't speak. Hello, Gwen? Look, are you all right? It's Graham. Hello? Something's wrong. I'm going down there.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with you?
No, I'll drive faster on my own.
Ah, Graham. Hey, Graham, my boy, what's the matter?
Hines, you must tell me. How do I stop it?
Stop what?
The magic. The voodoo or whatever it is.
Calm down, my dear boy. I don't know what you're talking about.
The statue, the fetish, Charlie boy.
Oh, Charlie boy. Yes, yes.
It works, Hines. Kills.
I can see you are upset. But you know, this is crazy. These malevolent spirits act only in their own environment. This kind of magic doesn't travel, you know.
But it does, Hines. That's what I'm telling you. I stuck a knife into it, fooling around, really, while I was looking at a picture.
Ah, you were looking at the photograph, yes.
There were 5 people on that picture. 3 of them are now dead. Mark, Phil Peters, and now Gwen.
Gwen? But how?
Suicide. She slashed her wrist.
Oh, poor Gwen. Oh, I'm very sorry.
Yes. But listen, Hines. The next 2 people on that picture are Sarah and me.
Oh.
So you have to tell me how to stop it. There has to be another way.
You say you put the blade in.
Yes.
Then only you can break the spell.
How?
You must pull the blade out and break it.
I tried to pull it out. I couldn't.
Then all you can do is destroy the fetish. Burn it. But I warn you, it will not be easy. You must build a pyre. You set a light to it. And you place the fetish on the burning wood.
Right.
Right, that's a lot. Come on, let's get going. Keep it coming, left hand down here. Lovely, lovely. Come on, keep it coming. Come on. Don't give you a moment, sir. Hold on. That's it, hold it there. Thank you very much, sir.
I've got to talk to you.
Eustace, my dear fellow. Pressing business. I telephone you, huh?
Hines, I've got to talk to you.
Well, certainly, my dear fellow, but not in the street, if you don't mind.
Hines. He's gone.
Gone?
Stolen. I've been cleaned out. They've taken Charlie boy.
Oh. Oh, dear.
You've got to tell me what to do, Hines.
There's nothing you can do.
Oh, my God. There must be something. A witch doctor, anything.
Without the fetish, nothing. But I shouldn't be saying this, but I think I have an idea where Charlie Boyd might be.
You know where he is?
Someone telephoned me before lunch.
Somebody knows where he is.
Possibly. He told me about a fetish like yours. It seems strange.
Where is he?
Not in London. Not in London. Leave it to me. But it may take a little time.
Time is what we haven't got, Hines. I've got to have him now. So tell me where this man is.
He is a very dear friend of mine. He's a crazy boy, does crazy things.
Where, Heinz?
Yeah, he worked, for a mafia collector, I think. He hired my friend to buy him things in Nigeria.
Heinz, I don't want stories. I just want Charlie Boy.
Yeah, but you...
Now, where is he?
You must understand. You see, when he was in Nigeria, he did one of these crazy things. He spends the money that this collector given him. The next thing we know is this man is threatening him. Break the legs, kill him. Unless he pays the money back, £12,000.
Heinz, are you saying your friend stole Charlie?
No. He came to me for help. He wants a fetish like yours.
And you told him I had Charlie Boy?
Yes, I thought...
Never mind what you thought. Just tell me where to find him.
Here. Peter McCardle, 69, Queen's Drive, Maidenhead, Berks. You bring no charges, huh? Hoffman.
Heinz? Oh, thank God. Have you seen Graham yet?
Yes, he was just here.
Did he tell you?
Yes, but
Can you help?
I hope so. But, Sarah, I'm very concerned about Graham.
I think he might do something crazy. Look, I told him that I thought I knew.
Where your fetish could be found.
Oh, Heinz, thank God.
Yeah, but he might make great trouble. Now, look, will you please go very, very quickly and prevent him from doing anything foolish? Now, I give you the address.
Peter Mikado?
Who wants it?
I'm a friend of Heinz Hoffman. He sent me.
Oh, you know Heinz?
Yes, I've just come from there. He says you've got an African statue that belongs to me.
No, I'm afraid you're mistaken. Everything I got there... What are you doing? What are you crazy or something? Like some kind of nut? Oh!
Come on, you.
Bring you back.
Watch it. Right. You just stay there. We're on our way. Easy, you'll have to do better than that. Good enough, Charlie boy. Nearly good enough. Anyway, it's me gonna get you, not you gonna get me.
Don't go away, darling. I'll be back quicker than you can say boo. Wow, great. What a swell ending. Not only did the villain die, but so did the hero, and the hero's girlfriend, and his partner, and his maid. I mean, whatever happened to the old expression, nobody dies? The only one who's left is old Heinzie. You know, what are we going to do with him?
Kill him.
Heinzie, baby, what are you talking about? I mean, you got a great couple of weeks ahead of you. And the way they went was truly bizarre, too, don't you think? Like that guy Mark doing his macabre impression of a shark. And what about Sarah? Wow, that is a pretty macabre impression of a hood ornament if you ask me. But I always say, if you can't beat him, join him. Wow, so check out this cool voodoo doll I picked up down the street at a garage sale. Looks just like the one in the movie, doesn't it? Sort of. I just hope it works like the one in the movie, because I got a few villains to get even with my own darn self, starting with my boss here at... Hey, wait a minute. There's a label down here underneath this dude. Maybe I should say dudette. Let me see. You are now the proud owner of a genuine African fertility doll. To activate its magical power, just turn upside down. Oh, no! Now I've gone and done it! I want a fertility doll! Oh, just what I need. Oh, this is enough to give even me unpleasant dreams.
In a remote Mexican desert, a search party is led by a beautiful woman. A woman obsessed with finding the man she loved and lost 3 years ago.
We're near Bruce.
But what insanity has science wrought to this land? With Lon Chaney.
You got no right to endanger the lives of all three of us any longer.
Will she find her man? Could her one dream have mutated into this monstrous nightmare? One of the greatest in sci-fi excitement, the Cyclops. Dorian Gray, young, handsome, debonair, and he wanted to stay that way.
If it were I who would remain always young, and the picture would grow old.
And so he made a deal with the devil.
For that, I would even give my soul.
And as he selfishly savored life and love, his picture recorded every sin, living an existence based on deception.
She drowned. So I've murdered Sybil Vane.
Oh, nonsense. It wasn't your fault at all.
While the picture told him the truth.
Liar!
Oscar Wilde's classic tale of a young man who gambled with destiny and lost.
Look what you've done to me!
The picture of Dorian Gray. The living dead returns to life, but he's practically indestructible. A connoisseur of fine ladies who come under his spell, partners in his eternal existence. But there's one special love he's waited centuries to possess, and he'll stop at nothing to make her his own. He beckons to her in the darkness. She eagerly responds with a passion only he controls. Jack Palance is the vampire in the spine-tingling tale of chilling desire, Dracula.
Hello, darling. Come in and welcome to Thriller Video. I'm your hostess, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Thanks for inviting me into your home. Looks like a pretty swell place you got here. Yeah, I know it was a maid's day off. Like I always say, it's good to get hard help these days. It's help to get hard good to... never mind. I don't even know what I mean. Well, some of us got brains, and then some of us just got a couple of swell consolation prizes. You know, people are always saying to me, what are they always saying? Oh yeah, they're saying, Elvira, you know it's wrong for you to exploit your body that way. And I say, heck, opportunity only gives you knockers once.
Just my luck.
Hey, cheer up, honey. If you want to look like me, all you gotta do is get yourself a long black wig and a real sexy low-cut dress like this one, and then you just gotta do about 2,000 of these suckers. And if that doesn't work, you can always turn the dress around backwards and go and share. Or the other thing you can do is go out and buy one of these new cross-your-heart bras that our lovely model is wearing. Kind of lifts as it separates, provided you got something to lift and separate. Anyway, enough of the fun. Let me tell you about your movie. It's a little baby called Guardian of the Abyss, and it's all about devil worship. Not to be confused with the Shelley Winters and Orson Welles classic, Guardian of the Obese, which is about devil's food cake worship. No, we are talking serious devil worship here. So this one could get scary. I doubt it, but why take chances? So I suggest that you watch this one with someone you love. And as I always say, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Unless, of course, the one you're with is a Cocker Spaniel, in which case, just forget what I said. So, is everybody ready? All right, then. I'll be back later. And until then, let Thriller Video introduce you to the Guardian of the Abyss.
20, 17, 17 I bid. Against you, madam, in the front. Can I say 20? 25? 28? Anyone make it 30? Thank you, sir. 30 I bid. It's against you, madam.
Hi.
Did you get the table?
And the 4 chairs.
Oh.
My horoscope was right, you see. I told you it was going to be my lucky day.
Done for £30 to Mr. Edwards. Thank you.
Well, if you finish, you might as well go. There's no point in hanging about. They're down to the rubbish now. Thank you, sir. Thanks very much.
Containing items from the late Earl's den. The Wicked Earl, I think the press used to call him.
They say he held orgies in the orangery.
To say anything to increase the circulation.
You never know what might be in there.
One tennis racket, broken. One skate, assorted books, worthless.
According to my horoscope...
Come on.
Well, I've just got a feeling.
Let's see what there is, Alice.
You looked.
The rest seems to be books.
I just peeked. I don't claim to have second sight.
Typical cancer. Pure opportunism. When were you born? 25th of June, wasn't it?
21st.
Oh, that's even worse. Right on the cusp with Gemini. No wonder you're the way you are.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what shall we say here? £5 for the lot? £4? £3.50?
£3.50.
£3.50 I bid. £3.50 before.
Be mad.
I'm just following my horoscope.
At £3.50 then, to Miss Stevens.
Start again. Try again. My Lord Coniston is close. Time is near.
Please.
Begin her preparation.
I see you got your table.
Oh, hello, Simon. Yes, I've got a customer, a German. It's just what he's looking for.
What about your lucky dip? Shall I bang it in the back, please?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, do you know Simon Andrews?
Hi.
Mike Roberts.
Hello.
Unsilvered. Just my luck.
Let me see. It has quite a pretty frame. Look, I'll give you a £5 for it.
A £5? I told you it was my lucky day, Mike.
Can I have a look at it?
What?
Yes. Oh, it's got some more writing on it.
Scratches, I should imagine.
No. Some kind of symbols. Don't know what they mean. Never seen anything like it before.
All right, I'll give you 50 for it.
£50?
And then we have a deal.
Wait a minute. Wait. How come it's suddenly worth 10 times what you offered for it in the first place? If I were you, Laura, I'd get this appraised. I'll arrange to have it done for you if you like. Mr. Andrews still wants it.
50 quid. We have a deal, remember?
No, we don't. You're right, Mike. Could you get it appraised for me?
Yes.
Master! Alison's gone.
Find her. Don't let her get away. This way!
Thanks, Mike. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, darling.
Oh, you better have this.
Yeah. I'll get it appraised tomorrow, okay?
Okay, bye.
I'll give you 250 for it. You can tell her you only got 100 for it if you like. No one's going to complain if you make a little profit for yourself.
I'm tempted.
Good.
To wrap it around your neck.
me to do something I don't want to do.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, anywhere. Where are you going?
Amersham.
That'll be fine. Where did you get this?
A friend of mine bought it in a sale.
Do you mind?
No? Come on, wake up. This is where I live. Would you like to come in for a drink? Okay.
Right, what would you like then? Brandy? Gin?
Brandy will do fine, thanks.
Right. Don't even know your name.
Alison LaSalle.
Is that French?
No. Way back, I think my family were Huguenots. What do you do?
I export antiques. And I collect military figures, medals, you know, that kind of thing. There we are. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, who were you trying to avoid back there?
Oh, just some people.
Well, don't you want to tell me about it?
Believe me, you're better off not knowing. Anyway, I'm not sure I understand myself.
Seems to fascinate you, that mirror thing.
It's a scrying glass.
What's that?
Something like a crystal ball. Only this one's very old.
How'd you know?
Such power. I've never felt such power. Perhaps it's the original.
What original?
The one made by Dr. D himself.
What, John Dee, the astrologer?
Astrologer, alchemist, mathematician, magician. He used a glass like this in experiments with a man named Kelly.
What, to foretell the future?
Not exactly. Look, I know people who'd give a lot for this if you want to sell it.
Who?
An occult group, the Corazon Society.
Are they the people you were running away from?
Could I have some water in this brandy, please?
Yes. I don't think I've ever heard of the Corazon Society. Where do they have their headquarters? Alison. Alison?
Just my luck. What's her birth sign?
I don't know. I didn't ask her.
Typical. I expect she's Scorpio or Pisces. Fatal for a Cancer like you.
Look, I'm telling you, she's in trouble. Have you ever heard of Dr. John Dee?
John Dee? The Elizabethan astrologer?
Yes. She said the glass might have belonged to him.
Really? Well, no wonder everyone's after it. Well, it must be worth a hell of a lot more than £250 then.
You won't go to the police, will you?
All right. Just get the mirror back, Michael.
You're marvelous. Do you know that?
Do you?
Going to the Lampard House sale?
Well, yes, I was, actually.
I wouldn't bother if I were you. Lampard sold off the best stuff, so his fourth wife wouldn't inherit.
Still, there are one or two items.
Any nice scrying glasses?
So you know. Well, my offer still stands. In fact, I may be able to persuade my client to go above 250, perhaps another 100.
Well, I would have thought Dr. John Dee's original scrying glass was worth a lot more than that.
All right. How much do you want?
1,000.
1,000? I shall have to speak to my client.
Would they be the Coranson Society?
They are my clients.
Yes, well, you can tell them that I haven't got the glass at the moment.
Where is it?
You can also tell them that I want it valued before I settle for 1,000.
You found Mr. Andrews all right?
Yes, thank you. Oh, something he forgot to give me. I won't bother him now, he's on the phone. Perhaps you could help me. He was going to give me the address of the Coranson Society.
Oh, I don't think I have it in here. No. It'll be in his office.
Oh, don't bother. I've forgotten the name of the fellow that runs the Coranson thing.
Well, that'll be Mr. Randolph.
Of course, yes.
Charles Randolph.
Yes.
Lives in Wiltshire somewhere, I think.
Thank you. Of the abyss.
The devil's doorkeeper.
Sort of, yeah. Well, John Dee was after big game, no witches or broomsticks for him.
Well, what did he use the glass for?
Well, Dee employed an Irish medium called, would you believe, Kelly? Now, Kelly would go into a trance, look into the scrying glass, and he'd tell Dee what he saw there.
Well, what did he see?
It's very odd. He saw writing.
Writing?
Yes, writing in some strange kind of language called Enochian. Yes, it was a series of invocations, calls to Coranson, amongst others.
Has anyone ever tried calling?
Yes, lots. This century, too. 1909, Alistair Crowley and Victor Newberg invoked Coranson. Result, Newberg had a nervous breakdown. 1920, Crowley tried again. Total disaster. 2 of his group went mad. 1 died. About 1935, the Tulle group had a go. They were a German occult society.
It went wrong every time.
Yeah. There are a couple of major problems with the ritual. Now, to incarnate Coranson in human form, the chosen human subject must be born at a solstice. And he must go willingly, in fact the book says eagerly, to the place of invocation.
Eagerly?
Eagerly. And they must have in their possession a scrying glass.
I brought it back. Help me, Michael. You must help me. They're after me, I know they are.
It's all right. It's all right, it's all right. They're after the scrying glass, too. Why did you bring it back?
Because it's not safe with me. Or else I'm not safe with it, I don't know. I've been walking around all day trying to decide what to do.
Why do they need you?
For a ritual.
What, the Coronson ritual?
You know about it.
I thought the chosen one had to go eagerly.
They can arrange that. They can do anything.
Come on.
Don't you know the power of positive evil?
Why do they need the scrying glass? Do you know that?
Because it's the only way into the abyss.
Are you cold?
Someone just walked over my grave.
I'll put the fire on for you.
No, don't bother.
So, how did you get involved?
Through a woman I met at a party. She was an astrologer. She said a friend of hers, Charles Randolph, was looking for people with my birth sign.
So you joined the Coronson Society?
Well, I'd always been interested in the occult. It was all right at first. Until Charles Randolph started hypnotizing me.
Why?
He said I'd got mediumistic powers, and this was the way to develop them. But I started having these dreams.
What dreams?
Same one, really. More like a nightmare. I had to go down to this huge, dark pit. Every time I had to go deeper and deeper. There was something there. I don't know what, but I knew it was evil, unutterably evil. Charles Randolph told me I was imagining things. He said it was just me going deeper and deeper into myself. Perhaps he was right. Perhaps there is evil in me.
Rubbish. Anyone who helps with the washing out can't be all bad.
Yes. For midnight.
Allison. Allison!
Mr. Roberts?
Yes?
My name's Charles Randall. May I come in? Lovely place you've got here. I do love these old houses. Ah, Glitter. Duke of Cumberland's Foot Guards, Magnificent.
I'm sure you didn't come here to admire my collection, Mr. Randall.
No. I came to warn you.
Warn?
Yeah?
What do you want to warn me about?
A young lady called Alison LaSalle. Now, Mr. Roberts, before you deny any knowledge of her, let me say that she was seen getting into your car. I really am very worried about her. And you.
Me? Why?
The girl could be dangerous. Violent even. Mr. Roberts, Alison is a very disturbed young woman with some very strange ideas.
Well, the Coronson Society doesn't seem to have helped much.
She told you about that, did she? Yes, well, I expect that sounds a little weird to you. But I can assure you that that is a perfectly innocent, small historical society. I thought introducing Alison to the society would give her an outside interest, some degree of mental stimulus, while she worked out her own very real psychological problems. Unfortunately, it seems to have overstimulated her.
What did you say? Well, psychological problems.
Form of paranoia, Mr. Roberts. She sees herself all the time as the object of a conspiracy.
Would you like a glass of wine?
Thank you. Poor Alison. I really am very worried about her. There's no telling what she might do.
If she's as disturbed as you say she is, don't you think she ought to see a psychiatrist?
Some people only turn to my fringe medicine after they've tried everything else.
What are you saying, that she's seen a psychiatrist?
Analysts, psychotherapists, neurologists, God knows what. Little dry bread. Thank you.
Would you like some bread with that?
Please. Poor Alison. She's been through rather a lot lately, I'm afraid. Mr. Roberts, a little salt with the bread. Thank you so much, Mr. Roberts.
Don't you know you must must never give a black magician bread or wine or salt in your own house.
I told you, Mr. Roberts.
Didn't you realize he'd got you half hypnotized?
Not without you, my dear. You are the chosen one. And the time approaches. Get up. My friend, you don't know what you're involved in. For centuries, all the Magi's and all the great occultists have been trying to work the Coronson ritual. None has succeeded. Until now. Now the time is right. And I shall prove myself the greatest of them all.
Get out!
It's too late, my friend. Allison is mine.
Perhaps he's right.
Rubbish.
They seem to have some kind of control over me.
That's why I'm calling in the New South Wales Cavalry.
What?
An Australian friend of mine. She'll look after you.
You've got a damn nerve asking me to take your fancy piece in.
She's in a lot of trouble.
So you keep saying. What sort of trouble?
I'm not pregnant, if that's what you mean.
Oh, it wasn't. But thanks for setting my mind at rest. Police?
No, of course not.
It's no good, Michael. The New South Wales Cavalry aren't going to ride to my rescue, and you can't let
Thanks, but I'll decide if you don't mind.
Look, I didn't
What's your birth sign?
What?
When were you born?
December the 21st.
Lousy Capricorn, I knew it. Okay, she can stay.
Laura.
I know. I'm marvelous.
There was a phone message for you. Laura Stevens. Something about a mirror.
What about it?
She said she's willing to sell.
Oh, Simon, I was hoping you'd get my message.
Do you have the mirror here?
It's not a mirror, is it? It's a scrying glass. Quite a valuable one.
My client is all right to pay any sum, within reason.
£1,500.
1,500? I'll write the check now. I presume it is yours to sell.
Yes, of course. To tell you the truth, I'd be glad to get rid of it. The damn thing has brought me nothing but trouble. Alison, where's that mirror thing you brought with you?
Tell him to go.
Simon, I've just sold it to him. Oh, come on, where is it?
No, you don't know what you're doing.
All right. Allison.
Precious girlfriend crowned me with a Japanese lamp.
Allison did that?
60 quid's worth.
You sure it was Allison?
Well, of course I'm sure. Look, real blood.
Must have been that Andrews character.
Look, I know who hit me, for God's sake.
I'll get some water cleared up here.
How did he know she was here?
I sold him that glass thing. It was mine to sell.
£1,500?
Well, you don't think I'd tell him where Alison was, do you?
You didn't have to. You knew she'd be where the scrying glass was.
Where are you going? I'm bleeding to death here.
Call a bloody ambulance, cobber.
Andrews isn't here.
I know. Where's he gone?
Wiltshire, I think.
Where exactly?
I don't know.
darling, will you? Right. So we are. Charles Randolph, Westbourne Hall, Westbourne, Wiltshire, the Coronson Society.
Yes! Mr. Andrews has been a member for years. Well, didn't you know?
No, I didn't.
Master!
Prepare her.
Master, the girl is ready.
So worried. I was afraid you wouldn't get here in time.
Are you all right? They haven't hurt you?
Of course not, darling.
What are you doing?
Letting them know you're here.
Will you? You let go! What are you doing?
Darling, you really have saved my life. If you hadn't got here, I was to be the chosen one.
He was born at the solstice.
Midnight, June the 20th.
He came eagerly to the place of invocation.
Eagerly, he came to rescue me.
And he bears the scrying glass.
Yes.
Good. All is according to the ritual. My Lord Corazon will accept this sacrifice.
right back, darling. Don't you dare rewind on me now. What? That's it? I mean, just because I'm mistress of the dark doesn't mean I like to be left in the dark. Excuse me for asking, but I just have a couple of questions. Like, for starters, where is the happy ending? And what happened to once again good triumphs over evil? And then they all live happily ever after. Boy, I am glad Sly Stallone didn't see this movie before he wrote Rocky, or Rocky would have lost the championship and burned in hell forever. Where is the writer? I want to know who is responsible for writing this horrible ending.
Writing?
Yeah, writing, as in script, as in story, as in plot. What did you guys do? Just kind of make this one up as you went along until you finally ran out of money and said, okay, let's leave in.
So you know.
Yeah, I figured as much. You have to get up pretty early in the evening to pull the worm over my eyes. Like that chick Allison. I mean, I could tell she was a two-timer the moment I laid eyes on her. But not our former hero. That's what you get for being stupid enough to trust some chick who steals from you and then tries to stab you to death. Well, guess some people just aren't very good judges of character. Why, heck, I can spot a phony a mile away. I mean, I wasn't born yesterday, you know. I mean, not that I'm that old.
Can I say 20?
Oh, why, yes. Yes, you can. Hey, you know, you're kind of a pretty good guesser. You guessed my age exactly. Now, take a guess. What would you say my bust size is?
Can I say 20?
Only if you multiply that times 2. Well, I am tired of playing 20 questions. I am out of here. I'm going out to the junk store to see if I can't find me one of them screwing scrawling glasses. But I'll be back. You can find me haunting around on other thriller videos, like Growing Pains.
After their child dies due to an accidental poisoning, the parents adopt a boy who possesses strange powers.
We'll call him Harry.
Oh, Harry.
Who are you, William Morton? What do you want of me?
And their son returns only to seek revenge.
You've come at last, William Morton. I knew you would.
Your flesh and blood is out of sight. William Morton is out of sight.
Growing Pains.
The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Jack Palance stars in Robert Louis Stevenson's classic story of the frustrated Dr. Jekyll's experimental study of a man's dual nature, the conflict between good and evil, and how as the wicked Mr. Hyde he terrorized 18th century London.
Dr. Jekyll, do you claim that this chemical concoction of yours is ready for experiment on humans? In your opinion, that is.
Yes, I do.
Billy Whitelaw stars as Gwyn, the woman who falls under Hyde's tormenting spell. From the producers of Dark Shadows, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
And everyone's favorite, Two Faces of Evil.
A sinister force lurks in the darkness, catapulting a family into an abyss of icy terror.
My husband, he's all right.
Excellent. Good.
Science has restored him.
Excellent.
But the evil they incurred that night will not be forgotten. The Force has taken on new life, living and breathing beside her,
He's been taken over.
spreading like a malignant web that no one can stop. And she may be the next victim of the two faces of evil.
So until then, I'll see you in your dreams.
What dreams?
Unpleasant dreams.